Что, зашел уже? Нет, я не готова. Welcome to a new video, my friend, and welcome to our studio. In this video I'm gonna take you on a tour to show everything we have around here, or almost everything, or at least the most interesting part. So this is the reception. I have been in here since 2015, about October time, so it's been a while. And the studio did not look like this to start with. There is a lot of things that got accumulated in time, obviously, so overall these years, but I think it is at a nice point right now. I do like almost everything that's in here, although there is a few little changes that we still need to do. So let's just start from this side. So this is our door. We come in and we have these two beautiful pieces. They're actually prints. So this one's called the Challenge and this one on the Alert. These ones are prints and I bought them the way you see them in a antique shop here in England. Here we have these two beautiful Japanese vessels on both sides. They are bought from an antique place as well, actually the same one where I got the paintings. They're really beautiful. They have actually they're hand painted and they have real gold into the painting, so they're very nice collectible little things. So they're actually not little things. As for a size, like this is how big they are. So they're actually really huge and they're just beautiful. They're some of my most loved things around here that I bought. And we have these flower arrangements that I always change, but this is how they are now. Really lovely. The long velvet curtains I had to make myself because we could not find this type online. This arrangement with the curtains as well, we have done this not long ago, so I do really like how this looks at the moment. If you can just show it from a bit further. So the ceilings here are very high, the walls, so we have quite enough of space. So I think this kind of arrangement there with the curtains in a very like old Victorian way just makes everything look really just flattering. I don't know, I love what's going on here at the moment. And we had make these things with the branches and stuff with the chandelier ourselves, so there's actually some branches that we ended up painting. And it was whose idea was to do? It was Slava's idea, and it was our friend Ross, and they helped us install the chandelier. And Ellie, they both helped us to install all of this and stuff. Obviously I did the dirty job of spray painting the whole thing. So here you can see two of my dolls. So there is one on this side and it's sister, the moon, there. So that doll is the moon. As you can see, kind of has a shape of the moon. I didn't, why are you touching it?
Because I like it.
Okay, so
it's
this
like
is
a small baby.
Yes, it's like a small baby, but it's got all these like weird shapes going on there. If you want to show a bit closer, it's got all the beautiful pearls in there, and I think it's such a quirky, weird, yet one of my most loved dolls, really. And it's got some weight to it, so it feels like you're actually holding a baby. These ones are some lights that I have painted and put all of this and the little pillows. So then I can make like a little stand for the doll. So this is the moon and this is the sun, so it comes off as well. And this is the sun, so very kind of lots of round shapes rather than, so if you can see even the shoes, they're very round compared to these ones that are pointy. So this one has more like the sharp pointy shapes which would resemble a moon, and this one has very round and very sort of like round shape, so it kind of gives you the idea of the sun. So I really like them, and I think they really look cute on both of them, on both of the sides. Here we have our dollhouse that we have done I think about 2 years ago. I'm not really sure, I need to check the posts. But I'm gonna have a whole video on this dollhouse, so I'm not gonna go into details because it's gonna take us way too long. This is a lamp that I bought from the same antique place that I got these things. If you wanna come a bit closer, here I have one of my earlier dolls, inspired by I don't know, like some voodoo village weird stuff. I really like it. And here I have this is like a prom toy that used to be very popular at some point about 100 and some years ago, and it has a music box if you wanna just listen. It doesn't, is it broken? Oh my god. Okay, so I had the actual video for this, but Slava ruined it. So I kind of redid this whole thing. I did the inside, I've repaired all the outside, and I made this little baby vampire to go inside. So he's just like chilling inside here, and he's got a blood baby bottle, and this is his dangly bats and hanging woman and upside down cross little toy thing that just stays there. So he's living right here, and these are his little shoes. They're just like that. Okay, so this is the whole fireplace. Is something we bought online. It's a really beautiful piece, although obviously it's not working, but that's cast iron, and this is a real nice good wood. It's currently painted in black, but we'll see what we're doing with it later on. Here you can see my dolls that you probably already are familiar with. I love these guys, and they're
This is Vaisa.
Yeah, this is Vasily. Everyone, you guys love him, and this is where he lives at the moment. So just here, as you can see around in the and in the back a bit, I have a lot of like little clock pieces, like in there as well. Just showing the in there, and there is a few more I'll show you in a minute. That one is a very old clock I bought online. They need some love, but I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. Do you wanna take it from here? Here is another doll that I made. There's our security camera. This is a bone piece that I've made as well. At the top you can see one of my paintings. Here we have a piece that I bought from Moldova. I could not tell you the name of the guy who did it, but it's really awesome. He's actually sculpted the whole thing, the violin and stuff. There at the top is the tree. There's another painting of mine. Here you have a few clocks. There's some cheap ones, there's some old ones. That one has like a little room inside with a ladder, if you can see. So that's a really nice piece that I've made as well. Here is another few little clocks. This is some vintage books I actually got from a antique place as well. This is a Bible. It's really beautiful. I might have to show you inside of it at some point. Here's a few little clocks. I do like clocks. This is one of the dolls. She's in a coffin, and that's a little diorama miniature situation that we've done with Slava some time ago. So I might have to show you a bit more about it. That's Marcus the vampire. So yeah, there's lots of nice things in that as well, so I would like to show you a bit closer. Here we have like a very old frame with a scene from Dracula by that was done after the book of Bram Stoker. Yeah, and this is the most beautiful clock that I have bought online from Germany. It is a very authentic piece. These clocks are not made anymore, and it actually works as well. I just don't put the thing every single day because you need to pull the weights. So it's stopped, but it's fully functional. These are two paintings of mine as well. They were things I've done quite quick, so they're not that deep, but I still like them. Here are three painting clowns that Slava did while trying to study a little bit more about oil painting. So these are his efforts here. On the other side we have some of my very recent paintings. So all the white and red ones, they're paintings I did, what year did you say? 2017. So that was a year when I started to paint quite a lot. They're not that brilliant. I don't like a lot of them. I don't like certain things in them, but I think they look really charming here with everything else, so they're gonna stay here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them at some point. Here are the dolls that you probably have seen them on my channel, so there is a video. If you haven't seen it, you can go check that out. This is Vanka, one of my dolls as well that I did. So I'm going to talk about this type of dolls in a separate video. This is another very early of my dolls here. This is a more recent painting that I did actually during quarantine, during lockdown 2020. That was just a quick sort of thing. Here is a skull I did in 2000 and what year? 2018, and this is actually a
just from another angle.
This is done after a oh god, how do you call it? After a photo that we took in the catacombs of Palermo. So if you don't know about them, there's a underground place that people would choose to be displayed there after their death. So when you go in there, there is just hundreds and hundreds of skeletons, partially dressed, partially wrapped, and this is one of them that we actually took a picture of. They say in there that you're not allowed to take pictures or anything like that, but for me that was a very special place. I had lots of mixed emotions while being there, so it's quite intense, and I wanted to take a picture of one of them that, let's say, spoke to me the most to actually make a picture of, to do a painting of, sorry. So here is one actually of my, this is the third ever doll that I have made, but as I said, they all come from like a certain type of dolls that I made at some point. So I'm gonna put them in a bunch and actually talk about all of them at the same time, so you kind of get the idea of what they are. This is our reception. Here is another little thing that I did at some point. I think I did this after I did the twin ones that stay in this corner. So as you can see, they're very kind of similar. These are some mirrors that we bought actually from an antique shop, and there is a little bit more dolls over there. I think they do need a separate video, as I said, to just put them all together and talk about them all and show you what they actually are. This one is a really special one. I really love that one. This one I can just show you really quick because she's like a one-off thing. So this is a very old type of doll, so I'll just show you how they come. So they're from a hard plastic and they have this thing here, so you've probably seen these dolls somewhere. So she's got some really nice underwear there, got her really nice little socks there. I've used the original dress, but I have changed and made it fancier a little bit. This part was here very boring, so I did all the things on top. I've painted her face, I made her a little hairstyle, and if you haven't understood already, I have made my own Annabelle doll. I know she doesn't have the two braids on the sides, but I actually don't like too much how that looks. I love this long ginger hair, so I decided to leave it like that. So she just stays here with the Miss Me note. Just one second, I'll put it back. Oops. So I wanted actually to buy one, and they were so shitty, like the original ones that they did as a figurine or whatever, that you find in most places and online, and I thought she looked so bad, so I wanted to make my own. So this is our reception. This is where we stay and prepare for work every single day, and this is a how do you call this, a award that I got in 2018 as the best black and gray tattoo at Tattoo Freeze in UK, so that was quite cool. We have the official creepy hotel ring, or how do you call this, a bell or something. Beautiful. So yeah, and here, as you can see, is this furniture. You probably seen me doing this furniture already because I posted the picture, but I'm actually doing the upholstery on this piece, and there's gonna be a video of it, so I'm not gonna tell you much about it. And yeah, I think we've covered everything. Oh, and we have this big skull, but this is not ours. This is by someone that works, is Adam's, our colleague, so he just keeps it here for now. And this little not little but big pot for this plant is actually from the same series with those vases, the Japanese ones, and you can see a little bit the artwork, beautiful geishas, and the flowers a little bit more over here. This is a statue that is incredibly heavy, that I obviously painted with the red, and she's holding this Venetian mask because we don't have where to keep it. But this thing is probably like 300 kilos because it's so heavy. Like, I can't, there is no way you can move this. It took 4 people and a trolley to get it in here. And actually on the old tiles, when we moved it, she cracked a few why just you? No, you've dragged it, people. When they actually brought it in, they had to take it out of the van. You wasn't even here. So the actual tiles cracked because of the weight, so it's not really safe to move it around. So here we go up to, oh, actually I haven't said, but this is our tattoo studio. So it's not a art studio, well, it is, but it's our tattoo studio. So I'm a tattooist. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, there is a vlog called Introduction to My Life. I talk a bit more about who I am. So this is the tattoo studio where we work all the time. So we have a little corridor over there, and we have a working space where at some point there was my art studio there as well. And you can see on the walls, we kind of did this whole thing with pages from a beautiful book that I actually felt really bad about ripping the pages off, but we bought it from a charity shop, and it has these stories, but look at the paintings, how nice this artwork there is. Like, you can come a little bit lower down, so it's really beautiful. And we used it to just create this kind of wall, but I kind of feel sorry that we had to, you know, rip it apart. But I always stay here sometimes, and I'll just like look. There is lovely stuff. I think there were like separate novels in there. So this is the room that we actually tattoo. So let's just take it from, like, I don't know, a side somewhere. Let's just start from here. So this is Slava's working space. This area here is undergoing some changes, so everything is a bit all over the place. This is falling off, so we need to do some changes. That's Slava's artwork, mainly there. This is actually my dog. He lives in Moldova now with my mom. So this is Cyrus, a lovely little beast. He's Staffordshire actually. So we're here. So Slava works here. Let's go further. This is a little thing I did at some point. I don't know, it looks creepy, looks good, I don't care. We have a little witch watercolor painting I did. There is another bigger watercolor painting I did of a forest witch. Here are some stuff that I keep, so I do like to collect these things, or my most loved and the ones I found. Little figurines. Here are some tattoo stuff. This is a skull of a dog that I just...
Cyrus?
No! Can't even think about that. So I've made this whole thing with the little pillow, the cushion inside, so it's not good space for him, but we need to put in here some shelves, so a lot of things will change probably in the next few months. This is a series of paintings that I did, all by me in watercolor. They're from 2019. This is from 2018. They're in watercolor, and there is another one that I actually ended up selling and donated the money towards someone who was having some cancer treatment, so those money went towards that. This is a print from my friend Adam. He got for me, so this is done by someone, I don't know who. And this is a painting in watercolor by me, done in 2019. This was meant to be sold, but then the person never bought it, never paid, so it ended up here. But I'm actually glad they didn't, because I didn't want to sell it. So I absolutely love this eye. I love eyes, bleeding eyes as an art thing. So I'm definitely glad it's here, and I'm definitely going to be doing more. Here I have a doll that I bought from a Russian artist who makes these textile dolls. So that's how she's made. She's got these little floppy legs, and this is a very old antique shelf that I got from a lady in the UK.
The photos.
And we have,
She lives in the United States now.
This is this is actually my second ever made doll. I'll speak about her. And this is a little picture of her, because we actually sold it and it's gone somewhere in America. I used to have an Etsy and I sold it over there. So I don't know where she is now, somewhere in America, I don't know. This is as well one of the things that go into the category of the thing that was in the reception with the two heads. So I'll group them together. There is so many things that I ended up like doing something and switching to something else. So I think I need to group them together and actually make like a video where I can talk about two groups and stuff, because they're all over the place. I don't think anyone really understands what they are. This is a little sort of thing that I did as well, using a doll's head, and like I love doing stuff like that. I had a period of time when I loved to do stuff like that. So this is my workspace. So here is where I work, here's where I tattoo. So this is my workstation, and I sit on this bloody chair quite a lot. It cost me 20 pounds, but it's done me good over all these years. Here's our wardrobe or whatever with tattoo supplies, so bit of a mess in there, but this is where we keep everything we need to tattoo. These are some really badly framed artwork, but I love the artwork, although it's gone through some accidents. So these are some watercolor paintings as well. That one is a bit older, I think it's 2017 or something like that. These ones are a bit recent, from 2019, I think.
Your blood.
Yeah, that is a blood fingerprint of mine, actually has my blood. So but I love that. That was meant to be a series. It's never happened, maybe it will, but I still really love that. I would love to be able to print on a canvas, make it a bit bigger. So here it is as well. This is a series, so this is one of them, this is the second one, and the third one was sold. I will try and pull a picture somewhere at this point in the video of the third one, just so you can see. It was a really lovely 3 series. As I said, this one had a few accidents, so it looks a bit rough, but these are paintings that Slava did. That one is mine. Watercolor as well, 2018. This one, this is Hugh Laurie. I love Dr. House. So Slava's painted me that with watercolors in 2019. This one is by Slava in 2019 too, and this is, I don't know what year, but Slava did this, and this is actually a painting of one of my dolls, which is in the other corner. I'll show you in a bit. So there at the top there is some weird doll there, which I really like it, but I'm gonna take it down because it's really big. I'm gonna take it down and I'm gonna show you when I do the dolls video reviews. I'll definitely show you that. And that one, the red one, it's actually my first ever doll, which, yeah, I said I'll talk about that on a separate time. So this whole art and what I'm doing with like this white laces, velvet, like all of this artwork that you see kind of has the same more or less look. It started with this piece. So I started to work on that, I think on around 2014, 15 when I did that, and I kind of got a feel of like this style, like you can tell like this looks a lot of the things I'm doing now. So it has like this very vintage, antique sort of like horror, but at the same time very beautiful, dusty, shiny pearls, like all of this like vintage horror sort of feel to where that's where it started from. It started actually with this piece. Here are some little things that I have bought and collected. This is a little voodoo doll that actually, did you make this?
Yes.
You made this. So Slava made this while I was making another one, which is higher up. Here are some old doll's shoes, a little porcupine thing. This is a very beautiful vintage piece I found. It's got a solid piece of marble there. This is a very old head that I have bought on eBay, and then I have created all of this. This is actually, it's genuine dirt. I've only added the blood. Really beautiful, and I've put into a frame and did all of that. This is a like half clay, half fabric textile doll that I have made. I love this type of doll, so I think I'm gonna make some more. So as you can see, like it's the same style as I said about, like that's where all of this started with, even as a color scheme and as texture or anything like that. This is a painting of mine. It says a bit of what?
I just want to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a painting I have done. It says a bit of salt and you are perfect. It's done in oils on a wood board. So as well, I made a lot. I've made like almost everything that is here. This is a witch's broom. This is a jar that I have made as well. So obviously I haven't made the jar. I haven't made that, but the jar itself put everything together. So we used to have a snake in the studio, and this is his skin. Little wood pentagram there. This is from Moldova. Is a tradition on the 1st of March, and this is called Mărțișor. So I got one, I think from my mom from a few years ago, and I keep it here. This is actually a human bone that I as well made this glass thing to be presented in a nice way. This is from the spine, so one of the bones. Little jars in here that I've just bought, and then I created this seal. I think it actually has brandy inside, so make sure it doesn't go off. This is a door knock that I bought for our house one day, but for now it's sitting here. This is a little ornament I actually bought about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So if you look at this old wall, like this wooden thing, we've done it ourselves, and then we've painted all of this like things running down. So I wanted this very vintage sort of horror house type of wall. This is one of the dolls I did as well when I just started repaints. I didn't even know what repaint is. I didn't know that people do it. So this was just like a weird thing I did. So she's hanging there. Here we have some of this witchy sort of dried lavender and so on. Have a Ouija board. We have a clown distressed doll over there. He is weird, but he is beautiful. Have some taxidermy.
Oh, this is your voodoo.
Yeah, that is a voodoo doll. This is actually one of these was in the old studio, so it was just there. And this crucifix was actually given to me by a client after he saw I'm keeping this. He said he's got one that he wants to give us, so he's ended up giving us this one. So for the and they're standing close to the basically Satan's disciple. So this is a Monster High repaint. So let's just quickly go through this. There's some books there. There is a video for this, so there is a video for that. So if you check my my art playlist, there is a video for that thing. This is a like vase that I made inside this doll head. So I actually really like this piece. And this is another doll. I'm afraid to touch her because she keeps falling off. Here as well I have some, I really love miniature books, so this is some new ones that I bought. We have some sage, some cinnamon, a very old antique sort of spoon. So you can see very beautiful, like all the little details on it. This is some Lang tonic. It's got its original content still inside, so it's very dry and kind of I bought this online as well. Like I think it kind of goes with this whole thing. Here are our snake's skin. We have a bit of sandalwood there. We have lavender, and I forgot what this one is. I've ordered a few times at the same time. I don't know if this is Arabic gum or something like that. This is a cat skull that I've ruined trying to make an art piece of it. So it's got some stuff. I still love this holding this eye, but it's yeah, I really need to include it in, like you can see, it's been a part of something that it's not anymore. So here we have Nosferatu with the girl, and we have two old books as well. Prayer, Ancient and Modern, Common Prayer. So this is, as I mentioned before, I do like so if I come across like any vintage, sorry, little books, I get them for my, look how cute this one is. I get them for my collection, so they're here to keep forever. And these are just some decorative big keys. I think they look really charming. They're very, very heavy. And yeah, so this is like the whole wall of my like haunted house wall. I love the paint we did on it, and I really love the red ceiling we have in here. So I think this whole sort of Victorian sort of rich but haunted, that's what we're trying to get here. Not everything is finished, as I said. We did a lot of work, but there is still a few things that needs to be changed. So here there is a mask, and that's actually a real bat that I have in there. He's just like living there. And then this is the doll the Slava painted. So that's the painting. This is the original doll. This is another, this is actually my first Monster High repaint ever, if I'm not wrong. So I'll show you that this is another sort of doll thing that I did. So she's got like a broken wing. You can see she's like an angel in cage. She's really beautiful actually. She does deserve a bit more of a video, so I will include that. I will include her in the review. This is a violin. It's a genuine violin, but obviously it's really bad and is broken. No one plays it just for the sake of it, just there because I like it. That one, the man in the picture, that is one of my paintings from 2020. And he's one of my favorite writers. He did write poems mainly. He's called Bakovia. So if you probably won't Google that, but he's a brilliant writer. And there is a few more that I want to do, but I really feel like whatever he wrote speaks a lot to me. So I painted him in the middle of the night one day during lockdown. Here is another doll. She actually is based on a real person that existed at some point in Russia. There is a lot of weird stories about her, so I'll tell you more when we have her in a video review. Here is just side table. These things always change here a lot. So this is an old lamp that I wanted to bin a few times, but then I thought, let me just make it fancy. So this thing was just like red inside, and you can see it's broken. And then I ended up putting all this on top and make it fancy, and it's actually working. I don't know if it's plugged in. Yeah. So it's working, and it's cool because it's made out of a solid piece of marble. As well, someone, I think he tried to paint on top, so it's got some, and this is a old book as well, International Library of Famous Literature, Volume 2. But it's got some really beautiful novels and writings in here. So there is a lot of very famous, very cool stuff written in here from the like international literature. So I read some of it, not too much, but these books, these antiques books that I buy, they usually like a lifetime sort of collection. So I do get them when I see them. I don't necessarily look for them. These are some very weird and different compared to all of my other work from 2018. I just had a period of time when I wanted to paint something really bright and really different for me. So this is the outcome of that. I, however, sold 1 or 2 of them, so I don't remember. So they're not all of them. Here is a artwork done by Slava. This is Usyk. He is a champion from Ukraine. He's a boxing champion. We love him very much. So, привет, Usyk.
Yeah.
If he watches this video, we have been to one of his fights with Bellew in Manchester a few years ago, where he knocked Bellew out, like straight cold, and just like that's it. It was beautiful, and actually we almost got like we did go like harassed by this old man saying that we screamed too much. He was pissed off that the Ukrainian guy knocked out the British guy. But anyways, he was an awesome guy and it was an awesome fight. So yeah, that's a portrait of him. This is Dali. This is McGregor. If you don't know him, he's an MMA fighter from the UK.
Everybody.
He is.
No.
I don't know if
Everyone.
people who watch doll videos or my videos know about McGregor. But anyways, he's one of the top fighters, but he just has a mouth that lives its own life. But this is an artwork actually done by a colleague of mine, another tattooist, Richard. So this is not our artwork. These are some booby paintings that are from around the world that I did around 2017. So this is an English lady, that is a Spanish lady, that is a German lady, and this is a Maltese lady. They're framed really badly, and obviously like this one goes halfway behind the TV. So I really do not like this wall. We really need to do something with it, and this TV needs to go as well for a better one. This one, it's a mask done from wood and fur, and it's got actually cow's horns that I bought from the little sort of why am I saying little so much, like a parasite word from the market when you go to the Bran Castle, which it's called by most tourist places and agencies as the Dracula's castle, which is incorrect, but I have been there in Romania, and I bought this from the market there, which is really cool. I really want to go back, and we will. I'm from Moldova, which is at the border with Romania, and I have a Romanian citizenship as well. So Romania is a place you'll probably see a lot in our travel vlogs and all of that. So yeah, this is basically our 2 main rooms. That we stay here every basically day. Also, sorry, this chair is I have a separate video on these things, so it will come out once it's done. This is a chair that it's undergoing some work and some restoring. This is a set of furniture with the chaise longue in the front and the chairs. They're all from a set, and we bought them about a month or a bit more ago, and I'm restoring them. They're about 100 or nearly 100 years old English furniture that we're redoing to keep in here and make sure we have some beautiful pieces.
How much you spent on renovation?
Well, we paid £80 for the whole set. So this chair, the chaise longue, and 4 dining chairs. But for buying everything to do them, we already spent a lot more than 80. But I'm gonna actually make a
How much?
I don't know. I didn't calculate everything.
£800?
No, not 800, less. But I think we will go close to 800 by the end of this. But it's fine. These were some pieces I wanted to collect, not to collect, but to find, restore, and have for the rest of my life. I love stuff like that. So this video is taking too long, so I'm not going to speak about that. They'll have a separate video just for that. So yeah, this is, we're not going to go downstairs. There's nothing very interesting there. All the artwork and everything is around here.
And you have amazing toilet.
We have an amazing toilet, yes, but we'll leave that for another time. So these are the stuff that I'm doing actually for this project right now. So it's very ugly, but it's here for now. I don't have where to keep them. Yeah, so thank you so much for being with me during this long video, or sort of long. How many minutes is that?
41.
41 minutes, but I talked a lot, so I hope it wasn't very boring. So thank you so much for being here. If you are a viewer and a subscriber already, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you are a new viewer that just lost its way around YouTube and you're here, thank you so much. Consider to stay subscribed and
how many subscribers?
check my playlist. I have an art playlist and I have a vlog and moments in my life playlist. And thank you so much. We reached yesterday 6,000 subscribers. That sounds like nothing probably, but that is so much, because I actually grew from 2,000 and a bit to 6,000 into like 20 something days. So that is very amazing to me and very special to me, and that is all thanks to Vasily. The video went into a YouTube magic flow, and it started to be recommended, and you just took off, and all the subscribers and all the comments that's been recently is thanks to him. Which he's my first doll of this kind, and I find that very interesting. And we actually laugh that he's the one that works the hardest for this channel, because all the subscribers and all the exposure that I got online, it's thanks to him. So yeah, thank you so much for being here for this last 40 minutes. 43 minutes. So I wish you a good day. I wish you a lot of inspiration. Please, if you have a drop of talent, if you have a drop of pull towards art, please do start and keep doing art, because I think is one of the most important things that humanity has. Because I get a lot of comments where people say, you've inspired me to continue to do art, or you inspire me to start to do something. So please, if you have any intention for art, start today, and I wish you all the inspiration that you might need. So have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.